Hey there, Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. Welcome to your Mercury in retrograde reading. We're going to take a look at what the challenge and what the opportunity is that comes with this energy for you. And then we're going to take a look at, we have a really interesting thing happening with Venus and Mars right now. They are the cosmic lovers. And for the next 2 months, they are going to be traveling in a way where they are in the energy of choice and decision making. So they're having this really interesting conversation where they're kind of looking at each other and they're talking about relationships and how they feel about it. So Venus, your ruling planet, is right now in a fire sign of Leo. Wow, is that fascinating? And Mars is going to be moving into an air sign. So air feeds fire when it moves into Libra, but that's about creating a relationship balance. And then Venus is going to move into Virgo, very earthy, very grounded, trines your sign, very supported energy. And Mars is going to move home into Scorpio, and it's a water sign. And so water softens earth, but also earth contains water. And so there is this choice and decision making about how do we move forward from here? How do we revamp our relationship or kind of like reboot our relationship? This could be whether you're in a current relationship or if you are getting ready to move into a relationship, because the cards we're going to pull for that is about what you can do to prepare yourself. Because we can't do anything to help anyone else, right? They got to do their own work. We have to do ours. Well, you have a lot of cards coming forward here, and so we have to do our own work, and so that's going to be what that card is about. We're going to take a look at what advice Spirit has for you to raise your own frequency so that you raise the frequency of the relationships. And relationships are really there are intimate partnerships, but they could also be at work or something. But I think for you, it's going to be an intimate partnership. Holy crap! Okay. Let's go. So your challenge is you are undergoing a massive spiritual awakening, right? So the North Node has moved out of your sign, and so this is just really like all the doors are springing open, and the world looks different. It kind of what they're showing right now is like in the Wizard of Oz when she opens up the door and everything's in Technicolor, and so we're not in Kansas anymore kind of energy. So you have here, the challenge is the strength card, the lion energy right here, this infinity. But he's got a white rose. The white rose is about healing. It's about peace. Your overall energy is for, I can't read it. It says relax, which is an RE word, which I love because Mercury retrograde is about revisit, revise, reorganize, rediscover, all the RE words, and you have relax, delight in powdered gold sunshine. And I think for you, the challenge, because you got two lions, you got the lions from each of the decks here, right? The challenge is to relax, to release, to find the peace, to allow yourself. You have the resurrection card here of the phoenix rising from the ashes. And so it's almost the exhale, the releasing and letting something go in a way that really benefits you moving forward. I want to look at what this lion has to say here. You have a lot of cat energy here because we also have it showing up on the other side of this. So in this book, things are not alphabetical, and that's just hard. Okay, so this is the challenge, the relax, and this says, be patient, be regal, and become a complete master of your life. Dedication inspires and intimidates others, and therefore the lion is respected, but is if you know him intimately. Do not waste your resources. Don't waste your energy on things that aren't going to work. It almost feels like relax your grip. Relax your grip. Release something, because this is resurrection, surrender to the change. And so this is about knowing your own worth, your own value. Venus is in Leo right now. And this is about understanding who you are and allowing yourself to rise above the fray, but also knowing when it's time to move and when it's time to sit. And in the heat of the day, the lions rest in the shade. And so if there's a lot of heat in a situation right now, the challenge for you is not to roar, but to wait, to rise when the time is right. We have truth transcends illusion. We have the dragonfly spirit, which is always about a spiritual awakening, in my opinion. And the whale spirit, also about spiritual awakening, says trust the great mystery. And so there's a timing, and I think that you're a little impatient and you want to get things moving forward, but your ruling planet is in retrograde. She doesn't station direct till September 3rd. And I think you start to see things fall into place. And then you have another eclipse coming up yet in your sign. Even though the North Node has moved on, we have an eclipse in Taurus happening on the 28th. And that is actually the place where Venus and Mars start to separate. And so this choice and decision making about how you expend your energy and what is of value to you and where you want to put all your energy is going to be, I think, you're going to really see very clearly what is happening at that stage of the game. So where is your opportunity? Well, we have this Ace of Wands, and this Ace of Wands, it's very inspired. Now, for some of you, this is about romance, and for some of you, this is about a new project or a new idea or bringing something to life. This Ace of Wands has these flowers that are growing on it, which is very similar looking to the white flower this lion is carrying, only now it's budding and it has multiple flowers. And so I think it's about the opportunity to have something really expand and really grow in your life. And then you have this turtle spirit, which is a water spirit. And the turtle, to me, it's about the turtle is about growth. It is a creation energy. There's a lot of mythologies around the turtle and how that played a role, and it's got this nice hard shell to it, right? It protects itself, it can pull its energy in when it needs to, but it also can swim forward and it can carry things forward in your life in a very creative way. But it's also got this energy, right? It can walk on the ground, right? So it's water and it's earth. And so it's definitely that energy of choice and decision making. So the ancient soul grounded, trusting at home in the self. This is you trusting in yourself and where you are. And it's an opportunity to be peaceful and productive and to move things forward. So it's actually like being in flow and moving things forward for yourself. So with this, you have, oh, I didn't even see that one. Wow, look at this. You have bonus cards all over the place. Let's look at these animals here. They're amazing. You've got the fox spirit, which says think on your feet. But the fox spirit is also about partnership. The fox spirit comes through in this deck. She refers to the fact that think on your feet is being loyal to those that are loyal to you, and how do you move a relationship forward, a partnership, and knowing that that person is home, right? That's that home energy there. And I say that because you have the Sacred Union card that also came out. That Ace of Wands could definitely be leading to it. Venus being your ruling planet, and this conversation she's having with Mars, and Mars moving into Scorpio, his ruling planet, which balances your energy across the zodiac. I do think that there is a real possibility for you to come into a partnership. It could be partnership or romance. So it could be a business partnership, absolutely. But it feels more than that here. And so I think this is about navigating the energy and figuring out what works for you and what doesn't. You have the Ice Queen, which is super interesting. This is like Queens of Swords kind of energy, but it says ideas preserved, non-action. The opportunity is to wait for the right moment, right? To work in flow with spirit, to think on your feet and know when it is time to move forward on something in order to bring in this union, this meeting, this soulmate energy. that you're going to connect with. And again, it could be business or personal in this part of the reading, but it definitely plays into this whole Venus-Mars thing that we're looking at here. So you have reclaim your power. Wherever you have felt disempowered, it is time for the surrendering to the change, the resurrection. It is time to be moving forward. So you reclaim your power. It is a healing energy. This is in the subconscious. This is in the panther moves. Well, actually, yeah, it's the panther. It moves through the darkness, right? And so this is under the cover of night, doing the healing, reclaiming your personal power, right? It's not about going out there necessarily and because it's a panther, right? If it was bolder like the tiger, that would be daylight. But this, you have the panther, and so this is reclaiming your power, almost high priestess energy, connecting in with spirit, knowing your value, knowing what you're worth, knowing that you deserve so much more than you've been getting, and making the determination for yourself. This is all I'm going to take. I'm only going to take what is reflective of my own value. And if it doesn't reflect my value back to me, either in relationships or a job opportunity or place to live or, whatever it is, if I'm not feeling that I am being treated with dignity and respect, then I understand my own value. And I don't have to stay here. And in the like slinks away, right, in the dark. They're very, they're stealthy. There's stealthy here going on, especially like the fox spirit's a little bit stealthy. And this non-action, and it also says entitlement. I think it's really about knowing what you're worth. It feels very much like this. So we have here the peacock spirit, let it shine. This is you shining your light out there. Peacocks are interesting too because they don't always show everything, right? Like sometimes when you'll catch a peacock, they're dragging their, but boy, when something comes along that they want, they unfurl. When they see the peahen, they're like, whoa, hello, I'm over here, look how bright and shiny I am. So I think this is about knowing when, right? This think on your feet, knowing when it is time for you to shine out there, to step up, to attract, to bring in what you want, and when it is time to just, stay with, keep your energy within yourself. And so we go back to the lion. The lion knows when it is time to rest and relax and when it's time to put the effort out there. And so the challenge for you is that you don't want to always be shining out there, but you need to pick and choose your moments. So picking and choosing your moments will provide the growth. So Beaver spirit, which totally makes me think of Taurus. Lay a solid foundation. Lay a solid foundation for what you want. The beaver is an engineer, right? It knows how to fit things together. It, again, in flow with the water. It moves through the water. It brings it. It finds what it needs. It puts it together, and it constantly monitors the dam to make sure that it is holding. And so there is this energy of you lay the solid foundation, but I also feel like there is a need to keep an eye on it, especially with retrograde energy. You want to pay attention to the details. So this is very detailed oriented. It is hard working, but when the sun goes down, the beaver goes to bed. Right? It just climbs up into its little, and it nests up for the night, and it relaxes, and it rests, and it restores. And so it's using this energy in a very balanced way. So remember, it says relax, delight in the powdered golden sunshine. So maybe at lunch you get to take a walk, just to kind of reclaim some of your power, and by power I mean your solar power, some of your energy to just restore yourself throughout the day, kind of like a little recharge. We have the koi fish spirit. There's always enough. There's always enough, and there's more on the way. There's always enough, and there's more on the way. So you have a lot happening here. Let's check and see what you can do to reboot your relationship through self-development, right? This isn't about is so-and-so, what have they done? Are they good? And no, I think you know who you are. But always when we raise our own personal frequency, we attract higher vibrational opportunities in all ways, in our relationships, and in, wow, there's always enough and there's more on the way, guys. You got the card of abundance and you have the card of intimacy. True intimacy is when they're naked, right? And they're in the emotional water. It is when we allow ourselves to be emotionally naked and vulnerable. So we're going to read what the book says. That just came flying at me. All right, so let's go with abundance and see what it says. Loving and being loved will definitely make you feel more abundant. If you are longing to meet your soulmate, it is your willingness to appreciate, acknowledge, and accept yourself that allows you to feel more abundant and will help you to manifest a partner. In a relationship, your abundance of health, friendships, and mindset will bring joy to your partnership as well as more love. Naturally, you are right to create a healthy level of material abundance too. There is nothing wrong with being comfortable so long as you keep your pursuit of the material in perspective. Consider whether you want to discuss your salary, bank balance on a first date, or if you'd rather talk about wonderful hobbies, friends, and attitudes that make your life rich. And also, again, the relax card, right? You can't always be working. Even though you lay a solid foundation, the beaver knows. It's a 6 on here, too. It knows there's time for work and there's time for play. So, do you want to have a relationship that focuses primarily on money or property, or would you like to focus on the fun, intimacy, and mutual support? Fun that intimacy would show up. Remember, to be abundant in the full sense of the word means to be fascinating, lovable, creative, and resourceful. So, intimacy. Yes, that is me doing the alphabet in my head because I'm dyslexic. Okay, here we go. Intimacy. The kind of intimacy your heart truly desires shows up when you and your partner reveal the innocent, tender, and idealistic and creative sides of yourself to one another. These parts of your personality are often playful, cheeky, irreverent, childlike, and joyful. They are not concerned about what the neighbors think. Of course, intimacy can include sharing your secret fears with your partner too, but to do so in a way that makes it clear that you are simply revealing an intimate truth about yourself rather than burdening your beloved with your concerns. Intimacy also includes physical closeness without sex, feeding one another, washing or styling your partner's hair, placing a blanket over your partner when they fall asleep, or having a bath together are just a few examples. Some of the most profound, intimate moments happen when there is no conversation at all, and your beautiful connection is enhanced by a glorious sunset or a graceful bird on the wing. And I really want to yesterday I was listening to a video and they were talking about how it is such a bonding experience when you go for a walk with someone, and it also does a lot of things to rebalance your energy. And so, that evening walk or that morning walk that you take with your significant other is very bonding. You have drawn this card today because your soul longs for you to understand how real intimacy arises and to make yourself available to it to its loving influences from now on. So, those are the 2 areas that Spirit's throwing at you guys. If you enjoy this kind of a video, be sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload videos. I'd appreciate it if you put in the comments when you watch videos, like where in the world you are and about what time of day you watch the videos so that I can make them available at a time that is convenient for you. So thank you so much for helping me out with that. You guys take great care of yourselves, and I will talk to you again soon.